Hello, Leo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. Somebody feels like the victim. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sofia Marashinsky. Very interesting. The cards are coming out quite easily, actually. It's like somebody wants to speak with you. They want to talk to you about something. They want to tell you that they love you. You got the love card right there. This could be somebody that you've met. I'm getting also somebody that you've fallen in love with. This is a relationship, a situationship, somebody that you've met, and you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. The first person that comes to your mind, this could also be somebody from your past. I know some of you may not want that, but it's just the way this reading goes. For others of you, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self during the reading to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. So, Leo. The intensity of these cards also indicates to me that you might also be going through these exact same feelings and emotions. There are a few cards here that are not very happy. They are sad, dark, and dreary. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, first card is the strongest. We have victim, followed by love, sensuality, nourishment, wild woman, responsibility, beliefs, betrayal. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have inspiration. All right, I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. Keep in mind, there is a lot going on here. There's not a lot of happy feelings, but you do have the love card. My dear Leo, certain things have happened in this connection, and unfortunately, I can't change your opinion of me. I can't turn back time. I can't take back the mistakes. I know that in this connection, I have overindulged, taken you for granted, taken advantage of you, turned you into the victim of my desires. And now I realize that this entire time, this is what they call emotional and psychological manipulation. Do I love you? Yes, I do. This is the type of love that I know about. I do feel emotions for you. I feel love. This is unconditional love. Everything feels fresh, feels new. And in you, I have found someone who is very, very sensual. You have this way of attracting me. You yourself are quite attractive. I feel that in this connection, there is this allure that you have. Your charm, your talents, your beauty, your charisma. It is very attractive. I also feel that no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I'm not going to find someone like you. I realize now that you are someone who is that type of person that can fulfill me in all sorts of ways. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You have that power of fulfilling me. Making my dreams come true. I feel you are the perfect mate. But I have been sneaky. I have done things that I shouldn't have. And yes, I have been caught red-handed. Making promises but then breaking them. Telling you only half-truths. Keeping certain things from you. Not telling you the full truth. What you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? I have taken out a few sentences, changed a few words, but I guess it has affected you. I do feel that in this connection, there is, because of me, a sense of deception, treachery, deceit, suspicion. And I have tried to do things behind the scenes, but it didn't work. The manipulation didn't work. I see now that you have found out the secret that I have been manipulative. And I've been trying to hide the fact that this is what I was trying to do. But going forward, I want things to change. Because no longer do I want to be that person who's irresponsible. I want to be responsible. And I want to be responsible because I love you. Because I have unconditional love for you. This responsibility now, I want to have heavy burdens on my shoulders. I volunteer for it. I want to make things right. I want to be more responsible. And everything that I've done in the past that I did not take responsibility for, I want to fix that. I also feel that in this connection, there is a sense of beliefs. My morals, my ethics, values are so different from yours. I feel that in this connection, there is so much that you and I, there's so much that is different, and it's hard for you and I to see eye to eye, to be on the same page, to agree on something. It's difficult because my background is different and so is yours. My mindset is different and so is yours. What you thought was something that was going to be 100% exclusive and committed. My thoughts were slightly different. I didn't give you what it is that you wanted. I didn't give you what it is that you thought you were going to get. And now I understand that it's as if I have betrayed you. The things that I have done, the things that I never did that I should have, the things that I never said that I should have spoken. I realize now that yes, I am that one individual who has betrayed you. You thought you could predict me, you thought you knew me. And it turns out, no, you don't. It's as if you never really knew me at all. Overall, now there is doubt and suspicion. There's a lack of transparency. There's a lack of faith. I feel at this point inspired by you. Inspired by the fact that you are quite naive. You haven't been corrupted. There's certain things about you that I find amazing because you look at the world in a different way. Sometimes with rose-tinted glasses. The world now to me seems brighter and better, no longer black and white and gray. Now it is fully colored, and the world smells better, tastes better, feels better, sounds better. All of my senses come to life knowing that you're around. Everything feels good. For now, all I know is that, yes, I love you. But I also know that I took advantage of you. And that because of this, in this connection, there has been a sense of victimization. But the love is still there. All right. Leo. A lot is going on. There are differences here. Your person has realized that maybe they were overindulging too much to the point where they became bored, or to the point where they just didn't value you anymore. And they started to move on, but then they realized that your plans were different and theirs were different. These things happen when we start a connection. We think that we're on the same path, and people assume that you're thinking the same thing. People assume that when you get into a connection, that this is what I've seen. Two people that start off, let's just say if it is a quick kind of connection, like more than a friends with benefits, but they're hoping for it to turn into something else. Somebody here won't know that it's a friends with benefits. Somebody here actually thinks that it is a connection that may turn into something more committed. The problem is, one of them thinks this and the other person has no idea that that's what the other person's feeling. Just because one person is feeling a certain way regarding a connection, it doesn't mean that the other person's feeling the exact same thing. And sometimes I've had people say that, no, but I can feel their energy. They hide it from me, but I know they love me. Sometimes, guys, unless they say it or they do it or actions speak louder than words, you know what I mean? You can't just assume it, because these days there are people that will get what they want. Like here, we have the victim card, and it'll still seem as if everything was fine dandy and they were very genuine. But it turns out here, their beliefs were different. You were together on a path one day, but then this person moved this way and you moved that way. You guys didn't even know when you started to separate, because nobody talks about that particular topic. And if you do, where is this headed? Then your person might be headed for the hills, because that's not what they were thinking. And in all honesty, there's nothing wrong with asking somebody, where is this headed? There's nothing wrong with that, because if you do, at least you know that if they don't answer, then you know it's not really headed anywhere anytime fast. And based on that, you can make your decision. Don't hesitate. All right, guys. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. All right. So the Lover's Path Tarot. This, oh my, okay. This deck I like to read in the reverse. And I also go a little bit back in time to have a look at what happened in the first place in this connection. Things were going great, but then something happened and everything started to go downhill. This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you deserve it. This person Yeah, I'm just going to go backtracking there. You can't move on. You're finding it difficult moving on because you don't even know where you stand. Okay. This person may have abandoned you. They may have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. And a long time ago, the communication was great, but now it's hardly there. There's nothing. Crickets. For those of you who are new, the first set of cards that I just looked at, that is the current status. These are in the past. So let's have a look. And these are the reverse. Magic is a huge card. Both of them are actually really big, but magic on its own is very unique. Here, it talks about how this person at some point in time felt as if their power was blocked. It talks about blocked power. Feeling under the spell of another. Manipulating or using others. A need to control situations from behind the scenes. Secrecy, trickster behavior, which creates distrust. My goodness. Do you remember just a few minutes ago, I was looking at the cards here, and you did have the victim, and you had, what's that card called again? Wild Woman. The Wild Woman card for me is trickster behavior. Doing things behind the scenes, being sneaky, trying to get away with things, right? Deception. Now, and above that, there was that sense of victimization, of manipulation. Okay, so here we have it again, and both of those things came out here. That's pretty cool. That means that this reading is, for some of you, going to be very accurate because it's a theme here that we're seeing. It's not just one time, it's twice now. So definitely you're dealing with somebody here where they were being secretive, they had trickster behavior, and there was distrust. They were trying to control things and do things behind the scenes. Just like I said earlier, there's that sense of manipulation. But they also felt that they were doing this for a reason, either because of what they felt was right or because what other people were saying to them. Remember, you have the beliefs card too. So it's also what other people are feeling. Does the family agree to this? Do the friends want this to happen? Does the society, is your workplace upset if you guys are dating? There's certain things here that are causing hindrances, and that is basically due to that card, the differences that you have. So here we have temptation. This is a really intense card. Temptation talks about inner turmoil and obsession. This is what your person's of interest talking about back then. Tempted by forces that one cannot control. Obsession in the form of envy and having great sensual desires. The need to be controlling. Freedom was needed from this type of temptation, and they wanted to experience the envy of others when they're with you. They wanted to transform this temptation from a weakness into a strength. So they were obsessed, and they had a lot of sensual, sexual desires towards you. They were obsessed with you. Like, that's not good. Obsession, some people find it flattering, but it can spiral out of control big time and cause problems to both parties, even others. So this person was thinking about you in a very sexual sort of way, but they also wanted to be with you just for that reason. And this is where that victimization card comes from, because their motive was just for the flesh. And that's exactly why you had the sensuality card, actually. Because you are so sensual. This person feels that you're so sensual. And now they realize with the first set, now they realize that yes, there is love. But in the past, they were trying to be secretive, manipulative. They're trying to be a player. And they were obsessing. This is all about the physical, all about lust. Not that much about passion. Now, some of you may disagree, but this is the way these cards are. And when I channel, when many people channel, it's the majority of what the world here, the people that are viewing this or going to view this, it's what they are going through. For example, if there's 10,000 people, out of that, 2,000 might not resonate with this because their thinking and their issues are different. But the mass majority, that's what my antennas are honing into. So please do keep in mind, not all the time will things like this resonate. But definitely I can see here that your person of interest in the beginning had a different motive. Quite selfish, not very open, very secretive. You may have wondered, like, where are we headed with this? This person may have seemed to be very mysterious, but the only reason they were keeping that mystery up was because they didn't want to show you and tell you what it is that was truly in their heart and in their mind. Because if they did, you probably wouldn't want to be with them. All right. I have here, interesting. There you go. Absolute regret. So here I have the Beginner's Tarot. And with the Beginner's Tarot, what I like to do is have a look at any action, any plans, any tensions your person of interest may have. Oh boy, oh boy. 7 of Swords. Sneaky behavior, trickster behavior? Absolutely, yes. This person could be in a third-party situation. Or they could be in a situation where they're not supposed to be with you, but they still want to take a leap of faith and be with you. My goodness. Why? Because of the 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Typically I would say these two cards, they're not very positive when it comes to long-term commitment. But what we're seeing here is a situation where even though this connection may be forbidden or may not be exactly what somebody approves, this person doesn't care anymore. Here we have the 5 of Cups. What I'm seeing here is this person wakes up sometimes in the morning, late afternoon, and I'm actually seeing someone here in a vision. They're wearing like a robe, just like they wake up and the first thing they think about, and they walk around slouching and they're not happy because they think about how this connection, how it could have been great, but it turned out terrible. It broke down. And here we have a person who is crying over spilled milk, looking at the past and not being able to move on and even appreciate the 2 of Cups that's right behind them. If they were able to see these 2 of Cups, they'd be able to take action and be in a much better situation. But they feel that they are stuck. Here we also have the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords here, it does talk about how, you remember you had the Magic card earlier, right? So there's a lot of that trickster and sneaky behavior, doing things behind the scenes. And again, before that, the first set of cards, you had the Wild Woman card, right? So that also talks about that sneaky behavior. So this is a common theme now. 3 times. 3 times it's popped up. You got to be careful. Because here, there's no doubt about it. This person could be working with someone and they're not allowed to date. It's maybe against the policy, the work policy. But there's something going on here where they're not allowed, but they don't care. And they're still going to try by hook or by crook to be in this connection with you, even if they get in trouble. Now we also have here the Knight of Cups. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. This talks about your love interest. Once upon a time, things were good. But then someone here started to keep some distance. And at some point in time, there was no communication. But you were hoping for someone from the past that you have a romantic connection with to return. You wanted this. This is exactly it. This is a return from the past, and this is a return of a romantic interest from the past. This individual wants to take a leap of faith after they enter your life. Now, keep in mind, you have here the Fool and the Knight. So very young, vibrant, but also impulsive kind of energy. I don't see the Knight of Cups being so impulsive, but definitely the Fool. So a part of them is going to be very soft, very gentle when they reach out to you, because they are going to. But then there's another side to them that just wants to push that away and quickly. It's like quickly. Let's finish this up. Let's be together. Let's start the story. The problem is this person is so quick. This individual is the type of person that takes action first and thinks later. And because of that, if they start a connection, it may finish as soon as it starts, because this person has not thought long and hard about it. That's the problem. We also have here the 10 of Cups. With the 10 of Cups, it does talk about how in this connection, there is this desire to have a home, being together, having a loving family, kids. This could be plants or pets. Anything that the both of you can work on to grow. That is what I see here. Now, this is 100% emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. So this person realizes, Leo, that you are that one individual who actually makes them feel this way. You fulfill them emotionally, and they feel that they are in love with you. That is exactly why they're wanting to come back into your life. A word of caution, however, Leo, be careful, because when this person comes back, somebody might get in trouble. It might be them, it might be you, it might be both of you. So just be a little careful. All right. Let's have a look at Archangel answer cards. What do the angels have to say about this? Just going to do a quick prayer. Oh my. First card, the strongest no. Fell right out. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. So here we have no, and then we have yes. Don't stop. Followed by perfect timing. After that, we have here ask for help from others. We also have one card that fell down upright, opportunity. Reconsider. Oh my goodness. It's up to you. That's interesting. Okay, so this makes sense. Now, remember how I'm telling you it's kind of tricky, right? Sure, this person loves you, but is it healthy for you? Mentally, emotionally, physically, is it healthy for you? Society-wise, is it okay for you? This is a problem because here we have two cards that showed up, the no and the yes, and now I see what it means. No, some of you should not proceed with this person. And others of you, yes, you can proceed with this person. That's exactly why the overall arching theme you have here, the choice card, it's up to you. No, you don't have to, or yes, you can. So this really is up to you. Everybody's scenario and situation is different, and the advice here is to do what it is that is best and safest for you, so that you are safe and you're healthy. That's all that matters. we have here, don't stop. So with the yes, don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. Let's say some of you, if you don't even want to be with this person, the recommendation is still don't stop. Okay? Keep that positive energy flowing because you will attract positive energy towards yourself. Now, keep in mind here, if you keep that positive energy flowing, right underneath here, you do have opportunity, okay? There is an opportunity and there is a chance in this specific connection. If this doesn't work out and if you decide to move on, you know that Knight of Cups that came through? That doesn't have to be this person. That could be somebody else from the past that has been gone for quite some time. It's a return from the past. So it could be either the person you're thinking about or it could be somebody else. For some of you, if you decide not to be with this person, then there is still an opportunity coming. But the card here and the angels here recommend always remain positive to attract positive energy. We also have here perfect timing. Perfect timing talks about how in this connection, everything that is happening, it's supposed to happen on time when it is supposed to happen. That's divine timing. We can't rush it. You shouldn't be rushing it because this person also needs to understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, the way that they're doing it. Here we also have ask for help from others. This could be talking to someone, friends, family members. This could be even issues that you may have regarding this dynamic at work. Even you can even talk to somebody at work regarding this issue if you're working with a person. And that would be because it's becoming so complicated. It's always truly, I know it's hard, but it's always best to try to avoid those type of very intense, immediately intense connections at the workplace, because if it doesn't work out, it is very bad. It's a very complicated situation. Here we also have opportunity. So there's no doubt about it, whether you decide to stay, whether you decide to leave, there's going to be an opportunity and it's going to be given to you, gifted to you. Here we also have reconsider. Now, because you are going to be asking for help from others, the information that you receive, you may receive an opportunity itself. Through somebody you might meet someone else, or through somebody you might get a different perspective. Either way, after that guidance or after that perspective or the introduction of somebody else, as that is an opportunity, it's still important after that to reconsider what it is that you're going to say, what it is that you're going to do, any actions you were going to take. Think about it twice. Think about it logically. And here, the overall arching theme, it's up to you. Some of you have had just about enough because you feel that this person may have just, like the victim card, used you, victimized you in a way. And you don't want to move forward in this connection with this person. That's fine. I mean, I still think that's fine because you also have the sneaky card. The person's constantly being sneaky. Maybe this, for some of you, is a third party situation, where either you have like 3 people involved or 4 people involved. Leo, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do appreciate the comments and I do try to write as much as I can. I do want to mention, with those comments, I sometimes gather that information and do research, and I create content on my other channel. My other channel is on YouTube. That is called Asnointia Audio. The link is also below in the description. On Asnointia Audio, I have videos on relationship-related advice, past life and spiritual connections. And I also have one on negative energies, what and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. I'm intuitively seeing something, one of the videos right now in my mind's eye, the thumbnail, stress release method. Some of you might be very stressed out. This is the first time I'm actually mentioning that. I usually don't mention that video, but I have that too. It's just a very short and sweet method to get rid of stress and tension from your mind and your body. So it's a guided sort of meditation that I go through. Have a look at that. It's not as long as you may expect it to be, but a lot of people do feel that it's helpful. So please do look at that. It seems like it popped up in my mind's eye for a reason. Also, some of you may be interested in readings. I do past life readings, and I also do love readings. And the love readings are currently the type I have is you get a PDF plus you get an audio. So there's a whole lot of information there. And I also have some on negative energies. I do have the ability of looking wherever it is that you're living. Doesn't matter where you are. I could see remotely where it is that you live in terms of the negative energies that are in the environment and around your aura, as well as inside your body. So there's 3 things that I look at. And I tell you what you have, how many you have, and I teach you how to get rid of these things from your life. And it's important when you want to manifest things, you need to have that clear path so that good things can come to you. However, if you have negativity around, it is an obstacle. And if they remain there, then the goodness that is supposed to come into your life, it won't come. So at the very least, you can get that, or you can even get the Holy Light package, which is a simpler method. It's a self-help guide. You don't actually get a reading with it, but it is also very effective. And I do have some other self-help guides based on different type of situations and scenarios you might be going through, all related to negative energies, how to remove them. Those are methods. Once you have them for life, and you're good to go. I also wanted to mention just recently, I have uploaded, and it's very pertinent, I guess I could say, or rather relevant to the last part of this reading we just did. For some of you that actually want to move on and you find it difficult, I just created a video a couple of weeks back and I uploaded it, and that's on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. The videos, guys, are absolutely free, just like here, and the videos there, you don't have to watch them, you just listen to it. I just put images there just to entertain you, but you can do everything you want to do, in your daily life and just listen to me in the background. I'd recommend the one that I uploaded recently, that is letting go and moving on, and there's actually 2 parts to that. And there I do go into the details with examples as well, why people do the things that they do, how and why people don't let go, and how to make your life better by moving on, and why you should move on. So I do go into a lot of details. For some of you, you may find it helpful and useful, hopefully inspirational, so that you can heal. And it's all about healing. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to comment below. I'll see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.